Howdy partners, it's your buddy John here, and welcome to Season 2 of In the Kitchen. This season I'm kind of going out of my comfort zone. Anyway, I'm going to be doing international recipes from like different countries and all that. Today I figured I'd start off something kind of easy. I decided to try to make some English fish and chips. So hopefully we can get through this without any kind of disaster like we usually had during the first season. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in. So we don't really need a whole lot for this one, but we do need 2 cups all-purpose flour, a ½ ounce of dry yeast, 16 ounces of beer, 2 tablespoons vegetable oil, an egg white, and I'd say about 2 pounds of cod. I guess you can do any kind of fish you want, but I went with cod here. It seemed like the kind of more English thing to do. Look at that, I'm already dropping the beer. I haven't even drunk any yet. I was actually trying to find some English beer for this recipe, but I had a really hard time finding, so I went with a Texas beer that's kind of similar to Newcastle. I think it's an English beer, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Right, to start off with, we're going to go ahead and mix the flour, the yeast, the beer, and the vegetable oil all in together. Don't put in the egg whites yet. You're going to want to actually save that right before you start putting the fish into the batter. So we're just going to go ahead and throw this all in here and get it all mixed up. I actually went with 12 ounces of beer for this one, which really wasn't enough, so 16 ounces is probably going to be the better idea. Yeah, it just seemed like this didn't really help a whole lot. I ended up having to add a little bit of water into it later on in the recipe to try to make up for the fact that I didn't have enough beer. Careful, you don't want it to spill over. Alright. I probably should have gotten a bigger bowl looking back on this. This is just going to go spilling over the edge, I'm sure. Alright, now for the messy part. We should be ready to start mixing it here, I'm sure. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Called it. Needed a bigger bowl. But it's a little too late to go back and change it up now, isn't it? Yeah, now I just have to worry about keeping everything in the bowl. Alright, just go ahead and keep mixing it until it gets kind of a pretty thick consistency here. I think this is good enough right here. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, next you're going to want to go ahead and grab a damp towel to lay over the top and just kind of push the batter aside, let it sit for about 10 minutes. And while that's going, we're going to go ahead and start getting the oven ready. Not the oven, the stove. Oil, pot, stove. Okay, I'm getting mixed up. Alright, I went ahead and just filled this pot up to about, I think it was a little under halfway full. You don't want to get too much in there, otherwise it'll just boil over. So, I think that was about the right amount there. Right, you can't have fish and chips without the chips. Probably would have helped if I got the right kind of knife. I was in a hurry, I just grabbed the first knife I saw. At least this time there's no serious accidents. Right. I want to kind of cut these kind of thick cut. I don't know, what do they call them there? Are they just called chips? Here we call them like steak fries, like the thicker cut ones. Is there a difference? I don't know. I'm starting to ramble now, but I'm seriously curious now. I'm going to have to go Google this. Right, the potatoes are cut, still waiting on the oil to heat up enough to throw them in. So I'm just going to go ahead and start cutting up the cod here. Again, a little bit of an issue here, same as the beer. I wanted to get like an Atlantic cod, but all I could find was Alaskan cod. So I ended up going with that. Not exactly what I wanted. I actually got the last 2 that they had at the market. So that's why it ended up being 2 pounds. It ended up making a whole lot. I probably could have gone for less. But I think it worked out okay in the end. Right, oil's ready. I'm going to go ahead and start dropping the potatoes in here, get those cooking. And I'm getting kind of close to the time where I want to start battering the fish. But I'm going to let the potatoes go for a little bit, probably till about kind of not really a golden brown, but just starting to brown, I think is long enough. Right, so the batter's been sitting for 10 minutes. I think it's about time now to add the egg whites. We're going to go ahead and just crack the egg actually away from here. Don't want to get any eggshells in it. Right, there's the egg. What is it? I don't know what this thing here is called. That thing there. Yeah. I went ahead and cracked it away. I didn't think to get it on camera, but got a little bit of yolk in, but everything else seems okay. Just go ahead and like rock it gently back and forth over the batter, and go ahead and whisk in the egg whites. Right, thought mixing in the first few ingredients was messy. Look at this. Yeah, I made it even more messy here. I like to have like as much batter on there as I can, kind of make it that way it gets really thick when you fry it up. I really like the thicker batter, you know? Helps to soak up like vinegar or whatever else you want to put on there. I know, I kind of like vinegar and lemon on mine. I know some people like tartar sauce. I mean, tartar sauce is okay. I'm starting to ramble here. But, yeah. Alright, time to go ahead and take out the potatoes here. Fries, chips, whatever you call them. They're not really too brown, but I just let them gold up a little bit. Let them get nice and crispy. I guess it's getting close enough time here to actually start putting the fish in. So, go ahead and clear the fries out. Now, you don't want to actually crowd the pot. Only put a few in here at a time. Don't want to get it all crowded in there, otherwise they won't cook right. Look at that. I'm ignoring my own suggestion and overcrowding the pot here. I didn't really realize that until after I went in and started editing down this video that I had actually done that. I might have put a little too many in there at once. Oh, look at that. They're starting to golden up here. It's beautiful. I think it's about long enough there to cook those in there. You want to kind of have it not really, really brown like with potatoes, but see if I can zoom in here. I think that's about right there. Excellent camera work, as usual. Finishing up frying the last of the fish here. 2 pounds of fish might have been a little too much. I was tired of it by the end of a few days. It lasted a long time. Yeah, got tired of fish after a while. Right, I think that came out pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and serve this with some malt vinegar. I want to give this beer a try. I don't think I've ever tried this beer, so let's just see what this is like here. But anyway, partners, I'm going to go ahead and call this the episode. If you enjoyed, feel free to click like and subscribe. Very much appreciated. It really helps me out. Let me know down below if you have another recipe from a country you'd like me to try. Let me know the country and the recipe down below. And thanks for watching, partners. See y'all next time. Bye.